Hi Best Buds, it's Cathy with Cathy's Garden, and I'm so happy that you've joined me today. Look how far I've gotten in our fabric and lace trifold. I'm loving how this has come together. Now today what we're going to do is we're going to add some more journaling spaces, we're going to add some ephemera, do a little bit of decorating, but it is really coming together nicely. These fabrics are from 1924 linens and more. And I will tell you more about her shop in just a few minutes. These tags are from Chapter 1 papers. They go so beautifully with the color. This is a vintage piece of jewelry that I just chopped up. I thought that was lovely added to it. So there's 4 little journaling cards here, and I thought clipping it right on to the end, because I've got some vintage lace right here, and then there's nothing right here. Perfect spot for this hinged clip. I had another idea that I was going to close this with, but well, that didn't quite work out. So let's open it up. I added a lace pocket right here. I have sewn around all of the pieces of lace that we added yesterday, just to make sure they stay just where they're placed. I have another pocket right here, and yes, I added a few little pages for some journaling, for a journaling area. Now I selected some of these digitals in yesterday's video, and I am going to show you how I'm going to use them in this video. Now this paper is from the Paper Cameo. This paper here, as well as the backing of this one, is from Chapter 1 papers. I have some coffee dyed tracing paper, and I made a little border there. I've got, this one is from Roxie's Creation, that digital, backing it again with the Chapter 1 papers. This is a theme throughout the whole little trifold. It kind of pulls everything all together. Here is the signature with some beautiful little pearl dangles. And then here's one more page, we turn, and now it looks just like that. One more pocket on the back or the inside of our trifold. So what was I thinking about how to fill these? Well, I have some beautiful envelopes. Aren't they gorgeous? I put a little label down here to hold the flap closed, and I added some coffee dyed papers and a little bit of the vintage fabric and a label, and I just made a little book in which you can journal on. I sewed it with the machine down the edge. So I made this one, and I made this one. Isn't this one beautiful? Opens up, and right here, now this little digital is from the Paper Cameo, and some more of that vintage fabric. I did the exact same thing with this book, and I'm going to pop it right in here and close it. And I thought we could pop this into this pocket, maybe something like this, and then maybe something like this. All right, so I just thought that would be a nice way to fill that little pocket up. Over here, I have some more of those digitals that I selected in the very beginning, and I folded it up so that it would fit right into our pocket here. So right here, this one's a Roxie's Creation, as well as this one. This one's a Roxie's Creation. It looks like that. And of course, there's that theme running throughout this little trifold from Chapter 1 papers. So we have lots of journaling space in this trifold, but I thought it needs a little something more. So in my little dish right here, I have a few things. Now let me see here. Pull it over so we can get to it. And right here we are. these little pieces right here, they're from 1924 Linens and More. And I backed it with some of the darker fabric from the bundle. And I thought, well, that would be really sweet to add right here as another tuck spot. Oh my, isn't that pretty? Because I printed these out, the same envelopes here, I just printed them out smaller, and I just added one little piece of ephemera inside. I did not put a closure on it, but I thought this would be a sweet way to tuck that right in, just like this. I think that would be absolutely lovely. I also wanted to add a little bit of this vintage fabric onto our pieces right here. I'm not sure exactly what I want to do here, but let's just look at this and see how we can pull this together. Oh, that's pretty. I like that. Maybe add this little one on here to this one. I also have some little tiny pieces right here that we can pop on. Now I have one more somewhere. Right here. I think it's right here. Yeah. So they're just little tiny pieces that came from the extra when I glued the top onto my pockets to make them a little stronger. I'm going to glue these in place and then we'll continue. All right, I'm getting ready to glue on the little pieces onto this digital, and I thought, I think I'm going to change it out and I'm going to use this instead of this small piece. So I'm going to use my hot glue for this project, and I'm going to just lay a little bit of glue down. I'm going to turn it because I really like how that frayed look down there. And I'm just placing one piece on top of the other and gluing it down. Now, if you like staples, you could use a stapler if you wish. I just prefer to use a little bit of glue. So adding my glue and just popping it on just like that. Now, when you have this and it's in your pocket, oh, it's so pretty together, and you pull it out and you want to journal on there, it would be very easy to just journal like this. Instead of turning it this way, you could journal on it this way. So I think that works out really nice for that. Hopefully my pockets are dry. I did switch to the Arlene's original tacky glue. I got a little, it got way too messy using that fabric tack yesterday, so I did switch it out. Now I have these little tiny envelopes and they will pop right here to finish off that look. Oh, I love it. I love how this turned out. Now I do think this needs a little something. We have all this gorgeous lace and pieces. I'm thinking whether we maybe glue it down like this. Oh, that would be lovely. If I move my hands out of the way, it won't really stay, but that would be really nice to bring it up this way, just like that. All right, so let's go ahead and let's glue this down in place. It's actually the perfect length. I'm going to use my hot glue for this so that I will be able to shut our trifold and finish decorating the front. You know how I was speaking of adding a little something up at the top corner? Well, I think that we shall do that together. So just finishing this off like this. Oh, I love everything about this. I like the vintage laces and the fabric. I love how the papers coordinate. I love the sound. I love all the pockets and the envelopes and the extra little, something we added to our digitals there. So let's go ahead and let's close this. Look how gorgeous that is. And let's close this like this. And I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to pop my little closure on here if I can figure out what the heck I did with it. Here it is. It's right over here. And I'm going to pop it right here where there isn't anything. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. Now, I need to pop these tags on here as well so that I can kind of get the feel of where I want to put this fabric right here. Now this and this was what was used to tie my bundles together when I received them. Now this is my lighter color bundle. I have so many pieces still left. I am so thrilled with all of these beautiful vintage hand-dyed pieces. You know, Teresa, over at 1924 Linens and More, she's introducing monthly subscription club, and you will receive 2 coordinated bundles for the spring, summer, fall, and winter months with bundles in between. You guys, it's really a wonderful way to receive those pieces that maybe you want that special color, but it's always sold out. That's the way you can get that special color, joining her subscription club. So right here, like I said, these were the pieces that the bundle was tied together. And I'm thinking just maybe a simple little bow. So I've got this little bow just like that, kind of folded up. I'm going to grab a little bit of thread. Like I use thread over here to tie the fabric onto the tag. Keeping with the theme, this is vintage thread right here. It's even on a wooden spool. And I'm going to cut myself a piece. Now this is a gray color. It matches the gray thread that I used over here. And I'm going to fold it in half, and I'm going to tie my bow with it so that it's not going to be a big knot, and I get to use this thread, which I really love, leaving the pieces of this thread just kind of hanging there. I think that really looks nice. And let's see here, just something as simple as popping this on here. Now I turn it, I just have to play with it just a tiny bit. I don't want all of these, so I'm going to cut that. I cut that. I don't want it to interfere with my beautiful tag piece there, but I think something like that is what it's needed. We could put it a little more like that. And do I want to add a flat back pearl to this center? I'm not really sure. I do have lots of them. I'm hoping I have the correct color. Let me get this glued down and grab that flat back pearl. We'll see how it looks all together. Alrighty, and there you have it. I think I'm very pleased with it. I'm just very pleased how all of this has come together using the vintage fabric and laces from 1924 Linens and More. You guys, I will list her Etsy shop down below as well as her website. I hope you've enjoyed this video today, and if you have, please give me a thumbs up. I invite you to subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in my next video. I'll see you there, guys. Bye now.